Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today we've got some huge news coming out of the EU RLCS Last Chance Qualifier. We've got massive upsets all the way through the tournament and also a chance for history to be made at the World Championship this September. I'm going to explain it all to you in this video, but we've actually skipped all the way to the Grand Final. What you're seeing on your screen right now is Game 7 of the Grand Final. AJG's POV, he's teaming with Atomic and Dorito against Growly, Tox and Crispy. And the winner of this game does go to the World Championship play-in. I'm going to spoil it for you. It's AJG, Atomic and Dorito. You might have guessed it because we are on AJG's POV for this one. But yeah, the suspense is not really the purpose of this video. I wanted to make this video to, first of all, highlight what an insane upset this is, in my opinion. Because coming into the EU Last Chance Qualifier, I was thinking the main teams would be GK, that's Tempo, Alpha, Mitzer, K-Dot Corp with Joyer, Raziers, Redosin. You've also got Magnolia, looked at like an interesting team, Rise, Toxic, Eugen, and maybe even Novo with Giak, Rezi, Nico. If you've been following EU RLCS throughout the season, you would have known that this Grand Final on your screen is not the Grand Final we were expecting, as AJG has to make a nice double save there to keep his team tied 0-0. But yeah, all in all, massive upsets for these teams to be in the final, in my opinion, and for AJG, Dorito, and Atomic to be winning it. Just truly an insane result for them. But there's also a chance, like I said, for history to be made, and that is perhaps the more interesting thing that's happening here, because this could be the first time in RLCS history where a European spot at Worlds is taken by a non-European player, or at least a player not originally from European server, because there have been a few cases like Drali and Itachi from Morocco. They're not technically from Europe, but they are from the European server. But this really would be the first time that a non-European server player is representing Europe at Worlds. This has never happened before, and all that needs to happen from this point onwards for this to be the case is for Mata Itapa, AJG, Dorito and Atomic to qualify through the Worlds play-in and make it into the main event. So that's two series in a row, same as last season, or just win two before you lose two. It's a double elimination group format, same as last season's Last Chance Qual. Gonna be tough though. That's a stacked tournament. Teams like Falcons are in there, teams like Foot are in there, VP from North America. It's not going to be easy, that's for sure. But yeah, I think this is a really interesting storyline. It would be the first time that this has ever happened in Europe. It's happened 12 times so far throughout Rocket League history. It's happened 9 times in North America and 3 times in the Middle East, with a chance this season for Europe to be added to that list, as well as one more to be added to MENA, with Drali potentially, I think likely, qualifying to the World Championship main event via the play-in alongside Falcons. So that would add one to the MENA tally. Interestingly enough, OCE and South America have yet to be successfully invaded. Every single OCE and South American spot in RLCS World's main event history has been taken by a player from the respective region. The failed attempts, if you're interested, oh, nice shot, Dorito makes it 1-0, just in passing. But the failed attempts to invade those regions were actually last year. Raziers did qualify to a major in OCE, but he didn't make World's main event, just lost out, 1 spot away from it. And CRR and Dorito, interestingly enough, failed to successfully invade South America. Same story, they made a major from South America, but they did not make the World Championship, despite CRR successfully previously invading North America. So yeah, a lot going on here, but long story short, if these guys can win through the play-in, AJG is the first non-European player to represent Europe at Worlds, which I think is really cool. And for his individual story, he would actually be the player with the biggest claim to making Worlds in 3 regions. The only thing that stopped him from making Worlds from South America is actually a pandemic, because during COVID, himself and his team, True Neutral, I think they were representing at the time, they did win South American RLCS Season X, which would have resulted in a World Championship spot had there been a World Championship. Of course, there wasn't due to the pandemic, but he has done that. He's also qualified to Worlds via North America, and then I think maybe, I don't know the behind the scenes on this, but maybe unjustly was benched. I know it was a heavily criticized benching at the time, and then it didn't age well either. But yeah, he was benched right after making top 8 at Worlds. Yeah, just the team didn't look the same ever since. After you separated AJG and Raisebowl. But yeah, lots of storylines here for AJG as an individual, for Mata Itapa as a team. Who knows, maybe they're going to be organization represented by the time Worlds rolls around. They've got some months between now and then, so hopefully they do get represented by an org. And yeah, just an insane result for this to be the grand final in Europe. They're just holding on right now. They're trying to survive, trying to make it across the line. AJG playing ball there, good first man challenge as they look to close out this game 7 and qualify to Worlds. Dorito also good challenge. Just everybody has to play the ball, and Atomic grounds it. That's how they qualified. Absolute cinema for these guys. AJG top of the scoreboard as they make it to the World Championship play-in. But that's not all for this video. I did want to show you guys one more game as well, because this game from earlier on in the same series from Atomic's POV is just an outstanding individual game from him. Atomic is a great player. He's a player who can take over series and take over games at the highest level, and he's continuing to do it to this day. But this game that you're about to see from Atomic is the highest points game without overtime from the EU Last Chance Qualifier playoffs. So you know it's going to be an absolute banger from him in order to make the #1 points total happen in the grand final, where teams are usually a little bit more tense and scores are generally not as high on the scoreboard. This is game 2 we're watching. Of course, Atomic POV going for the ceiling shot, scoops it on target beautifully for 1-0, and what a shot that is. Well, the demo came in front of him. And while we're watching this, let me just tell you, since it's the topic of the first half of this video, I might as well continue with it. The other players who have qualified to Worlds main event in a different region, of course it all started with Turbopulsa in Season 8. He went to North America and won the entire World Championship with NRG. Next after that was apparently Jack and Nolly. They won Major with Gen G, and then of course made Worlds top 8 in North America, coming over from Europe. CRR in the same season was also in North America, and he was able to do the same thing, disqualify for World's main event alongside his teammates that season, AJG and Raisebowl. So both of them, of course, 2 region World Championship representatives. You also have Appjack and Nolly doing it again the very next season. Appjack staying with Gen G, Nolly playing with OG. And then next actually was Rise and Atomic, whose POV we're on right now, qualifying via MENA RLCS. So they did it in the following season with Twisted Minds. And then the latest addition is Monkey Moon in MENA this season. He's already made it to World's main event with Twisted Minds. So lots of teams. Oh, I actually forgot one other this season. We've got Diaz. Diaz coming up from SAM to NA. So we've had 3 players qualify via the North American RLCS from South America. We've had, how many is it? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 6 separate occasions of a player going from EU to NA. Some of those are repeat players. And then we've got a couple for 3 from EU to MENA and 3 from SAM to NA. Nobody, like I said, and this is going to be something that changes, I think, maybe even soon. But really, I think this will not be a stat that remains forever. But yeah, EU or SAM, MENA, EU, MENA, NA. They're the regions who have had their spots stolen. EU this season, if AJG and the lads can make it through the play-in. OCE and SAM, like I said earlier, have not. So who will be the first player to qualify to OCE, or to represent OCE, who's not from OCE? Who will be the first person to represent SAM? It's not South American. Which region, let me know in the comments which one of those regions you think is going to lose that statistic. The failed invasions so far. No successful invasion regions. EU might still remain uninvaded. Right now their play-in spot's been invaded, but yeah, no World's main event spot just yet. Although seeing how Mata Itapa played this event, I would not be surprised if they made it through. It's going to be tough though. A couple of very strong MENA teams in there as Atomic drains another shot to the back post. That's 500 points. Nothing too crazy just yet, but he is going to add to that. Yeah, Rate, R8 coming out of MENA are very strong. Falcons are very strong. Virtus Pro and Foot from North America are very strong. In particular, Foot, I was very impressed with them at the Paris Major, and they've continued to impress by winning out the NALCQ. Of course, you've also got OCE, you've got APAC, you've got SSA in there, so it's not going to be easy, but I like what I'm seeing from Mata Itapa. I think they've definitely got what it takes to make it through there. Let me know. Like I said, if you think they're going to do it, if you think EU are going to lose their status as uninvaded. Oh, he's done it again. Atomic making it 4-1. I mean, he scored off the crossbar. Now he scored off the post. He can do nothing wrong in this game as he goes over 650 points. Still a minute and 14 seconds left to play. He's going to probably need to get some saves. Usually saves are a big part of large scores. So far he's only got 1. You do get more points for saves than shots, so oftentimes you'll see the defensive team racking up score faster than the offensive team. But Mata Itapa have been the aggressors here for most of the game. Good dodge on Tox's demo, and there is one save coming through to make it 740 points. Will he get an assist? No, AJG misses that one, but will it come back to Atomic to play on target himself? No, it won't. So he's going to need to hurry up here if he's going to make this an impressive tally overall. 35 seconds to go. He's got 742 points. I can tell you he does finish off with a lot more than this, but not in overtime. And here he comes again, looking for the ceiling reset double. Knocks it down into the backboard. That's going to bring him up to 750. But still, nothing too crazy. Has to be a flurry late on in the game here if he's going to make it super impressive, and that will be one more. Just on the crest of 800. Scoops it way up high and then absolutely slams in. A scorcher of a finish with 2 seconds left of the clock to get 926 points. But what a goal that is. It's why I wanted to show you guys this game. We'll go back and watch it again after we see the final 2 seconds play out. Does Atomic get any more points? Will Tox give him a chance to hit the ball? I'm not sure if 50-50 score yet. Didn't score any because it's a 50-50. But okay, let's go back. He finished up. Wait, did he finish off with 926 there? Yeah, 926. You don't get points for 50s. You only get points for clean hits on the ball. Let's take another look at this. The shot that and the goal it gave him over 900 in regulation. Reset, scoop into the curve, lands on the backboard just like Devo in Season 5, and then scores in style. So great play, Atomic. I think this was a fantastic game that I just had to show to you guys. And congratulations to Mata Itapa, Dorito, AGG, Atomic on qualifying to the World Championship play-in. Like I've said a few times now, let me know in the comments if you think they're going to make it into the main event, and that would end EU's uninvaded status in the Rocket League World Championship representation category, at least, leaving only SAM and OCE as the uninvaded regions. Also, be sure to check out nextrank.com. Links in the description. We've got YouTube videos there for you guys to watch, as well as a Discord server for you to join if you want to become part of the community. And be sure to check out Shotcast also for all of your podcast needs on Twitch or YouTube, and also on Patreon. But that's all for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the little look into the EU Last Chance Qualifier drama. Congrats again to Mata Itapa, and good luck at the World Championship.